The whole world, at least it seems like, now knows about Doc's ongoing stuff. It seems like this is much, much worse with a lot more backlash. Maybe that's just me, but Doc is currently losing everything because of what he did.
A surprising new twist has come up in Dr. Disrespect's ongoing scandal, and it's raising eyebrows all over again. Just when things seem to have settled, fresh claims have surfaced that are stirring the pot even more. There are whispers of secret messages, broken promises, and things happening behind the scenes that no one saw coming.
He was talking inappropriately with a minor. Where I truly believe this scumbag needs to be banned off of the platforms that he's on.
I don't know who's really going to support him at this point. Like, what kind of person is going to watch Dr. Disrespect? If you watch him at this point, you just have to be coping, basically.
It makes you wonder, how much more is there to this story and what could be next? This new chapter could turn everything upside down, and the truth might be far from over. But before we get into this maze of stories, let's take a step back for those who are new to this. Who is Dr. Disrespect? So you've probably heard of Dr. Disrespect, right? Well, if you haven't, let me tell you, it's quite the story. His real name is Herschel Guy Beam IV, but most people just know him as the Doc. He's one of the most famous gaming streamers out there, but what makes his rise even crazier is the character he created along the way. Here's how it all started. Back in the day, Guy was obsessed with Call of Duty, like seriously obsessed. He loved playing it so much that it eventually led him to an actual job with the people who make the game, Sledgehammer Games. How cool is that? Imagine loving a game so much that you end up working for the developers. At Sledgehammer, Guy started as a community manager, just a regular job where you interact with fans of the game. But he didn't stop there. He worked his way up and became a level designer, meaning he actually got to create parts of the game that millions of people play. Now, during all of this, Guy was also working on something else. He'd already started this larger-than-life character, Dr. Disrespect. Think of him as a mix between an action hero and an 80s movie villain, but with a sense of humor.
So you could tell the guy, you know, you're going into the base with the team, you're like, look at this guy. I know he's upstairs. I'm going to pull the flag. There's nothing he could do about it. I'm going to demolish him. And guess what? He's going to respawn across the map.
Right.
And you got the other guy on the team who's just listening to this lunatic coming into the base going, oh, you know? Yeah.
The Doc had the sunglasses, the mullet, the attitude, all of it. But for a while, Guy kept his gaming job and his Dr. Disrespect persona separate. That all changed in 2015 when Guy decided to go all in on streaming as Dr. Disrespect. And that's where things really took off. He wasn't just streaming like everyone else. His streams had top-tier production quality. We're talking green screens, flashy effects, dramatic intros. It felt more like a TV show than a regular gaming stream.
Blockbuster video game champion in the online gaming community. You're looking at the true international video gaming superstar.
People couldn't get enough of it. In no time, he became one of the biggest streamers on Twitch. We're talking massive. Like, at one point, he was the most popular gaming streamer in the world. He even won multiple Streamer of the Year awards. The guy was at the top of the game, both literally and figuratively. With all that success came some major brand deals too. Big companies wanted to partner with the Doc because, let's be honest, he wasn't just a gamer, he was an entertainer. And it wasn't just gamers who were tuning in. Dr. Disrespect was drawing in attention from all sorts of people, from casual viewers to hardcore gaming fans. He had this magnetic personality that just pulled people in. You never knew what crazy thing he was going to say or do next, and that's what made him so fun to watch. And the wildest part? Despite all this success, the story of Dr. Disrespect was just getting started. There's always something unpredictable around the corner when it comes to the Doc. And just when his career was taking off with over 4 million followers, a hidden truth found its way to the surface. Cheating scandal. In 2017, Dr. Disrespect got on Twitch to make a huge and shocking announcement.
As you guys know, I have a beautiful family and a wife and kid. And I want to be transparent that I've been unfaithful, and and I'm probably going to be taking some time away, time off.
That's right. For about 8 years, Guy Bam had been married to his wife, who is also a gamer, and goes by the alias Mrs. Assassin. By the way, if you're asking what her real name is, well, it's largely unknown, so we'll call her Mrs. A. Rumors were that he was caught red-handed and she made him come online to make a confession and then take some time off. When Dr. Disrespect, or Guy Bam, came clean about his marital affair, it left a lot of his fans stunned. I mean, to them, he wasn't just another gaming streamer. He was kind of like a folk hero. The doc represented something bigger, this larger-than-life persona who always won, always had confidence, and brought that champion energy to every stream. So when he admitted to cheating on his wife, it felt like a big deal. But here's the interesting part. Despite the shock, there wasn't a huge backlash. You'd think something like that would cause more uproar, right? But no. For the most part, his fan base kind of accepted it. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like people were cheering him on for it. It wasn't something anyone praised him for, but at the same time, many fans made excuses, almost like they needed to explain away what he did. Maybe they felt like they had to protect their idea of who Dr. Disrespect was, or maybe they just saw it as part of the cost of his fame. They believed him when he said he would stay on the straight and narrow moving forward. And as for the woman involved, Guy never revealed who she was. That mystery only fueled more speculation. Some fans even started to wonder if there were more women in the picture, if maybe this affair wasn't just a one-time thing. Rumors swirled that there might have been multiple partners that his wife didn't know about, but that was never confirmed. In the end, while the revelation was a shocker, it didn't really take him down. It's one of those situations where the public seemed to move on pretty quickly, still rooting for Dr. Disrespect, flaws and all. But regardless, true to his word, he took a break for a few months, but the nightmare was far from over. The minor and ban. Recently, a wave of renewed interest has surrounded Dr. Disrespect, not because of his gaming antics, but due to a resurfacing of a more serious controversy involving inappropriate behavior. This comes on the heels of an emerging online scandal where the famed creator is now being accused of messaging a minor, sparking heated discussions across the internet. The scandal dates back to a report from 2020 when Dr. Disrespect, whose real name is Herschel Guy Bam IV, was suddenly and permanently banned from Twitch, the very platform that helped him skyrocket to fame. At the time, his ban was shrouded in mystery, with neither Twitch nor Bam providing clear reasons for the action. Fans were left speculating wildly, with theories ranging from breach of contract to something far more sinister. However, nothing definitive was ever confirmed, leading to months of confusion. The matter even seemed to finally be resolved. After the ban, Bam sued Twitch because he felt that he was wrongfully banned. Note that at this time, nobody knew for sure what was going on, but 4 years later today, the truth eventually came out. Fast forward to today, and a former Twitch employee who worked for the streaming giant during Bam's ban has come forward with shocking new allegations. According to this insider, the reason for Dr. Disrespect's permanent suspension was allegedly due to his involvement in messaging a minor using Twitch's private messaging system, known as Whispers, back in 2017. This revelation has reignited interest in the drama surrounding his mysterious departure from Twitch, with many questioning why the platform chose to keep the reason under wraps for so long. Was it to protect Bam's reputation, or were they avoiding backlash themselves? Regardless, this report has cast a dark shadow over the streamer, forcing both his fans and the broader gaming community to reconsider their view of the once untouchable online personality. The fact that the accusation revolves around using Twitch's own messaging system has further complicated matters. Twitch's Whispers feature allows users to send private messages to one another, and if these allegations are true, it could mean that Bam abused the very tools provided by the platform to engage in inappropriate conduct. Were the rumors true? Controversy or not, the question remains, did Bam really message a minor or send explicit photos of himself to the same minor? Well, Bam himself took to Twitter to clear the air, and it's not what you're thinking. In response to the disturbing allegations, Guy Bam, known to millions as Dr. Disrespect, took to X, formerly Twitter, to address the situation. His post aimed to clarify the claims swirling around him, particularly the accusations involving inappropriate messages sent to a minor via Twitch's Whispers feature. In his statement, Bam attempted to downplay the severity of the situation, explaining that while the messages did drift into inappropriate territory from time to time, they did not begin with any intent to cause harm. He emphasized that it was never his goal for the conversation to cross any lines, insisting that he was neither a sexual predator nor a pedophile. Beam went on to further defend himself, stating that while the conversations may have appeared questionable to some, they were not illegal by the standards of the laws applicable to him as an adult communicating with a minor. This technical defense, however, did little to soothe his fan base, who found the entire confession deeply unsettling. His attempt to deflect responsibility and reframe the situation was met with fierce backlash, especially after it was discovered that BM had edited his original post, trying to remove the word minor altogether. This edit only amplified the public's anger, as many interpreted it as an attempt to downplay the severity of the situation. The backlash was swift and severe. Fans who had previously championed him now expressed feelings of betrayal, while others who had already distanced themselves from him saw this as the final straw. The online community buzzed with responses, with many questioning his integrity and the motivations behind his confession.
To which Courage directly responded saying, "It actually makes me sick reading it. When he got banned, there was countless rumors around why it happened. One of the biggest ones was around a contract dispute with trying to leverage another platform against Twitch. Then it went to court and we all knew there was a settlement. I'm sick and disgusted by what he did and honestly in shock, but people sharing his gaming group had to have known is a ridiculous claim."
But among the many voices speaking out was Nickmercs, a well-known gaming personality and longtime collaborator of Dr. Disrespect. Nickmercs released a video and accompanying post where he openly spoke about BM's actions, and he seems to be more loyal than most people gave him credit for Nickmercs' response to Dr. Disrespect's situation.
And then the truth in this all is that, bro, like, people want me to just fucking destroy the guy up and down. I mean, he was a friend. He was a friend. I don't know what people want from me. The guy was a friend, okay?
But from BM's own tweet, we can see that he admits to messaging a minor, but clarifies and says there was nothing inappropriate. He goes on to reiterate that no pictures were sent, unlike what his employee was alleging. No criminal charges were brought against him, and he did nothing wrong. So it's any man's game now, so to speak. Who do you believe? The employee or Dr. Disrespect himself? Well, regardless of what happened back in 2017, another question pops to mind. Could it be the same minor BM cheated on his wife with? Both scandals happened this same year. What if it was connected? His audience plunged into research to get to the truth of the matter, and speculations began to fly about. But soon enough, it was put to rest by this one post on X. So the rumors that he cheated on his wife with a minor were put to bed, but it still didn't stop spreading. What made this even worse was that Dr. Disrespect's post on X about him admitting to messaging a minor was deleted by him shortly after. What was that supposed to mean? What do you think? But this story gets even worse. Lena Love's statement mingled in with the flurry of new information coming out about Dr. Disrespect's extramarital antics. Rest Lena Love. Love is a trans sex worker who has produced DMs of Dr. Disrespect communicating very intimately with Lena on multiple platforms. In one instance, Guy declares that he is self-pleasuring and requests direction from Lena. The OnlyFans model had this to say: "During that time in 2017, when he was cheating on his wife, with not only me, a trans SX worker, but also another woman, and texting a minor. He was exploiting me by making me give him cam shows with a promise of partnership. After the cam shows, he went ahead and blocked me." At this time, Lena's claims are unverified by Dr. Disrespect or a third party with authority on the matter. What was presented is a screen recording of Lena's conversations with Bem. It is assumed that these are the most damning of the communications, and just like that, it spelt doom for Dr. Disrespect. As a result of all these, Dr. Disrespect has lose over 20,000 followers. Sponsors are pulling out. Friends and family are condemning him. Is this the end for Dr. Disrespect? Only time will tell. If you enjoyed this video, hit the subscribe button for more.